Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to talk through the AutoCAD index colors and pen settings. This is important because you'll have a choice to pick a lot of different colors within AutoCAD, and each color corresponds to a different line thickness and color of gray, and we have different pen settings that make that bridge that relationship between the color and then what it plots on paper. So let's learn from Casey as he goes through and explains how all this works.
Welcome back, guys. It's Casey. Today we're going to be taking a quick minute to go over the pen styles and settings in AutoCAD and Civil 3D. So if you go ahead and you click your little color drop down here and hit select color, you'll see the AutoCAD color index come up. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this PDF up that gives a better look on what the color index is and how it works. So the way that our pen styles are set up, this chart here gives you a good look on how the AutoCAD color index works when we plot our sheets. So this big number here in each one of these tiles is the darkness. So as you can see, the color index follows a pattern here. All these colors here at the top have a darkness of 10, the ones on the row below a darkness of 25, the ones below a darkness of 50, and so on. And then this little symbol here, M, T, or X, is the line thickness. So T for thin, M for thick, and X for extra thick. So whenever you plot, all of these colors, if they are an index color, are going to plot as black or gray whenever we plot onto a sheet of paper. The darker the darkness is, so 100 darkness, it'll be black, and the lighter it is, it'll be gray. So all of these colors with darknesses of 25, 10, 50 are going to appear more gray, and then the colors with darknesses of 100 and 70 are going to appear closer to black. All right, and then the line thickness is pretty self-explanatory. The thinner the line is, the thinner it's going to show up when you plot. It's going to be not as commanding of a line. So there's a bunch of different color options that you have here to combine these two properties in order to make your plots of your sheets look clean. So if you want something to be very, very bold, very prominent, you might pick a color like this green here, color 70, because it's a 100 darkness, and this actually line type is thin, so you might not pick this one. You might pick one like color 180 here, 100 darkness and extra thick line thickness. And then if you want to show something that's a very, very dark color so that it's easily visible, but for whatever reason you want it to show up as very thin, you might pick color 70 here, 100 darkness, but a thin line type, or color 50 here, which is a 100 darkness and a thin line type, okay? Same thing for these colors here, these base colors down here at the bottom. You can see that their properties are shown with these numbers here. Okay, and then if you select a color and then hit true color, so I'm just going to go navigate back to CAD really quick. If I select a color, say like this guy, and I go to true color, it's going to change to an RGB color. So it's no longer going to have a darkness and a thickness like the index colors have. It's when you plot it, it's actually going to show up as this color. So in this instance, it's a green color. It's actually going to show up as green. It's not going to show up as black or gray like all the other things. So really the only instance in which we plot sheets that have this color is perhaps we might rev cloud some changes on our sheet. So you might run the rev cloud command and then cloud something that's been changed, and then you might change the color to a red color. Typically we use some sort of maroon or just this red here, and then you'll change it to true color, press OK, and I'm going to go ahead and plot and show you guys the preview so that you can see everything's going to turn up a black or a gray, and it depends on its index color, right? So you can see some of these lines here, like this guy is closer to gray, it's a little bit thinner, whereas the property line here, which is something that's very, very important, the property line, you're going to want to show up as really big and really bold, so that's why the color selected, the index color selected for it, is a color with a really dark darkness, likely 100 darkness, I can tell you for sure this is a 100 darkness, and a thicker line type. And then when we made our rev cloud here true color, now it plots as actually the color red, which is really important. One more key thing to remember whenever you're plotting your sheets, if I go ahead and I run plot, all of our site sheets and our grading sheets need to have the plot style or the pen style as CVLX full 1. Our title block template has everything correct by default, but if things aren't looking correct, you might want to come back and double check this. Site and grading as CVLX full 1, and then our utility sheets if I go to C401 as our utility sheet and I run plot, it should be CVLX full 2. They have different pen styles such that all of the utilities are what shows up as big and bold and most prominent on our utility sheets, and everything else is a little bit thinner, a little bit more gray, and it just makes the utilities pop out more, which is what you want on a utility sheet. So sight and grading should be CVLX full 1, and then our utility and erosion sheets should be CVLX full 2. So if I go ahead and run plot one more time, if I were to change this guy to CVLX full 1, I can hit apply to layout, and then the next time I plot, it'll be set as whatever the layout style is, which is CVLX full 1. If you ever change your plot style table and it prompts you to change this style for all of your sheets, you'll always want to hit no. If there's ever a case in which your label style for whatever reason resets and it says none, or it's one of these other ones that we never use, and you correct it to CVLX full 1 on a site plan or a grading plan, you don't want to hit yes to that command window and then change all of your utility and your erosions to CVLX full 1 as well, when they should be CVLX full 2. Okay, so this is a really key feature to make sure that your pen styles and all of your colors and whatnot, your index colors, are appearing as they should when you plot your sheets. And once you have all these settings set up as they should be, and you have a good grasp on the AutoCAD color index, you'll be able to plot really, really nice looking, very easily legible sheets for anyone's review, and your sheets are just going to turn out a whole lot better.